Oh yeah, you hear that? That's good shit. Hi everyone, this is John Moon with Buy Me a Coffee, and here are 5 techniques on how to get yourself out of a creative block. So you're a creator, you're a creative person, you create things on a consistent basis, you're grinding every day, doing your thing, all of a sudden you hit a wall, and the ideas just aren't flowing anymore. This is a creative block. This is something that we all get, myself included, especially now in this day and age where there's so many different types of creators. There's so many different ways for people to make money doing what they love to do. This creator economy, which is growing exponentially, this type of information is so important. So here's 5 techniques on how to get yourself out of that creative block. The first thing, and this might not make sense to you, but is to just stop what you're doing and take a break. I get it, you're a creator, you need to be creating all the time. You don't. It's very possible that the reason that you're in a creative block is because you're burnt out. You're not doing yourself any good by overworking yourself. You are more likely to be productive after taking a short break than if you were to just force yourself through it. I don't necessarily mean go and take a nap, although that sounds nice. This could be go for a walk outside, go get some food, surround yourself with friends, family, whoever. Bring some positive energy into your life, and that's only gonna recharge your brain and help revitalize those ideas. Trust me, when you feel good, you work good. You work well, whatever. That's good coffee. Tip number 2, just do something, anything. Sometimes all you need is to just create for the sake of creating. You're in a creative block, you have no plan. Okay, well, sit down in front of your camera, microphone, blank piece of paper, whatever it is that you do, and just start making something. It doesn't even have to be remotely close to the stuff you create on a consistent basis. It can be anything. If you're a writer, sit down and just start writing. Literally anything. It can be complete nonsense, but the fact that you are doing it is only going to bring back that creativity and that momentum. And soon enough, those ideas are just going to appear organically again, and now you're back on track. Tip number 3 is to accept your creative block. Accept your feelings. You're stressed, you're anxious, you don't know why you can't think of ideas. You have all these feelings. Maybe you're jealous. Maybe you're jealous of other people's work. Maybe you have an overwhelming sense of imposter syndrome, which is the worst. Actually, it's not the worst. The worst is the fear of failure. All this shit can completely mess with your head. And that makes sense. Those are human emotions. Those happen outside of your creative work all the time. When you can learn to accept them and work with them, you can be free. Sometimes the only way out is through. And as much as I hate that phrase, it's absolutely true. Work through those feelings. Use them. Use that energy, that whatever it is, that anger, that fear, that jealousy. This definitely goes hand in hand with tip number 2 with just do something. Learn to welcome those unwanted feelings and just sit down and do it. Tip number 4, get rid of expectation completely. Your creative work, whatever it is, people expect you to be a certain way. People expect a certain thing at a certain time. They expect it to be at a certain quality. Get rid of those expectations. Expectations kill creativity. Think about this for a second. When you were a child and you were just creating things, you were creating things with 0 expectation. You were using just strictly your imagination. You created without thought, without self-consciousness. You did whatever you wanted without a frame of reference of what's good or bad. And fast forward to now, you have all of these different outside factors telling you what is good and what is bad. And now you're setting unrealistic expectations for yourself. Which leads me to the 5th tip, which is the most important, and it's gonna sound cheesy as f, but that is to be yourself. Now keep listening. When you create something that is a pure expression of yourself, it will undoubtedly work every time. You will be able to create nonstop for the rest of your life if what you are doing is authentic to you. This is not easy though. Like I said, as a creator, you're expected to be a certain way from your viewers, readers, whoever. Let's call them externals. The world is full of them. Social media, everything, all these factors. The problem with these things is that they're not you. They're everything else. Let's say you managed to get trending on TikTok or something, and ever since you've been using that one vertical, that one thing that worked once, and now you're using it for all of your content. It works, but now people expect that of you. Over time, you're probably gonna get sick of it. And with that, you start to lose focus and your creativity becomes blocked. That could very well mean that that content is not you, whatsoever. It's what others perceive you to be, but it's not you. Then you have to start making the tough decision of whether to keep creating for the sake of what other people want or create things that are authentic to you. Maybe it's time to let go of that thing, as successful as it might be. If it's not making you happy, or if it's completely blocking your creativity, what's the point? Move on. Find whatever it is that makes you, you, and your loyal followers won't give a shit if you've changed course. You're a creator. You're trying to reach people and connect with people anyway. Wouldn't you want to connect with the type of people who are willing to accept your change, who are willing to accept you wanting to be a better version of you? I don't know, I'm rambling now, but you get the idea. Those are the 5 reasons. Let's regroup real quick. Number 1, take a break. Number 2, do something, anything. Number 3, accept the storm that is your feelings. Number 4, get rid of expectation completely. And number 5, be your most authentic self. One or all of those things might be the reason why you're in this creative block. If you like this advice, subscribe to Buy Me a Coffee. We're on TikTok, Instagram, all the socials. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go back to creating and worrying about my own imposter syndrome. Cheers.